Well, hello friends, and welcome to Newport. As you can see, representing Whitby Yacht Club here in Newport. Plan for today is solo sail a J22. That's the plan anyway. They've got them for rent here. It's like $200 US for 3 hours on one of these things. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Better lock the car. Pretty safe here, but you know, better safe than sorry. Voila. All right. So yeah, a few things that are going to be novel for me here. First of all, this boat has no motor, so under sail at all time. That is a consideration because Newport Harbor is busy and the mooring field is packed and there are tides. So that's three things I don't usually have to deal with. Now thankfully the tides should mostly be slack while I'm sailing, but you know. Well, here we are, friends. I just got a crash course lesson in the J22. I didn't film any of it because, you know, like, poor guy, I don't want to, well, it's just embarrassing to say, hey, you want to be on YouTube? So anyway, we are in irons right now. Wind is getting a little fluky on me. What's happening? What's happening here? So I'm under mainsail only right now while I'm in the harbor. I'm going to decide whether I want to mess with rolling out the headsail or not. I might not, just because those winches are way up there and I'm sat way back here. So that seems like more trouble than it's worth, in a way. So I'm just ambling along, There is no panic. I'm gonna have to tack out of this harbor though. Try not to hit that gunboat over there, or that Hinkley right there, or that, oh, I don't know what that is over there, but it looks really nice. Yeah, there's one or two nice boats here, I'd say. All right, that's probably good. There's a giant ferry behind me. I don't know what his deal is, but I do not want to be in his way practically ever. But anyways, let's tack and keep making our way out. Swirling around. It might be because of that big boat, actually.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
I am now going not the direction I need to be going, but that doesn't really matter because the truth is I'm just happy to be on this boat sailing in Newport Harbor. This is fun. This is exactly what I wanted to be doing right now. So yay for me. Yeah. The tide is coming in. We're almost at slack tide, but it's still coming in. It's still a flow. So I'm being pushed into this harbor here. So I'm going to tack back. Hopefully that's good enough. Yeah, definitely fighting some current because I was going quicker on that other point of sail. So this is fun. When I get out a little bit more, I'll turn you back. Oh, there's a bit of wind. I can feel some pressure, even some heel. Holy smokes, we're sailing, folks. We are sailing. Yeah, it's kind of too bad I don't have another person with me here today. My family was just not interested in this. The boat is quite tender compared to what they're used to, and so they were not interested in coming out and potentially going for a swim, which, you know, I can't blame them. Just gonna make it. Just gonna make it. Look at that. Okay, we're sailing now. Look at that beautiful, beautiful wooden boat. My God. That guy spends more a year on varnish than I do on yacht club fees. I guarantee. Look at the mast. All wood mast, wooden spreaders, wooden everything. Damn, it's beautiful though. Holy smokes. Oh, there's an Outremer 55. That is probably my dream boat. Well, that orange gun boat is pretty close, but it's funny to call a $3 million catamaran the attainable dream boat, but that's what Outremer are for me anyway. Just unbelievably gorgeous, fast, well appointed, and just great sailboats. What else can you say? They're awesome. I mean, I could be going a lot faster with the jib out, I bet. You know that I want to be going faster, right? So I guess this boat does have a bit of an autopilot. That is the backstay adjuster lines around the tiller. Doesn't do, it's not great at course correction. It's not great at course correction, but it can at least hold the tiller for you for 10 seconds while you turn on a GoPro. So that's handy for the old sailing YouTuber guy here. I appreciate that. So unbelievably gorgeous here today. I can't get over how beautiful it is out. Huge, huge boats in the harbor. This boat over here is a boat that was previously engaged in erecting a wind farm out in the ocean, but I understand that that project has just been canceled. So there it sits with all these giant blades on the back. God knows what's going to happen to those. You know, this is a ship full of ships, so that is a boat transport boat. If you have a boat here and you wish for that boat to be in the Caribbean for the winter, and you do not wish to be the one to deliver it there, well, you just throw it on Spurgyacht. This is probably Dutch because it's from Amsterdam. And Spurgyacht will deliver your boat for you to Saint Martinique or Antigua or wherever the heck you want it to go. And I'm sure it only costs $50,000. I have no idea what it costs. It could be less than that, but I bet it's a lot. On this boat are pretty straightforward. If you sail at all, you will be immediately comfortable with what's going on, as I am. So you got your main sheet, traveler, all to hand here. Obviously, it's a rudder. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a tiller attached to the rudder, hung off the transom. I use a wheel. My boats have always had wheels, so I don't have a lot of experience with a tiller, but it's, you know, takes a few seconds and you get it pretty quickly. Again, I've got my my backstay adjuster on here so I can take my hand off it every once in a while, which is handy. There's actually a furled headsail up there, which meets my standards for solo sailing. It's just that these winches are so far away that tacking back and forth is kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm just under main. The dude suggested to me that I just have a nice sail and just use the main, and you know, it's probably pretty good advice. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just heading up towards the Newport Bridge here. You can see in the distance, hopefully, it demarcates the extent north to which I'm allowed to sail, and then Castle Rock out at the harbor, that lighthouse, is the southernmost edge. I am not permitted to take this boat in the open ocean, and that's probably smart too. I don't actually want to take it in the open ocean. Sailing in these waters is just fine. Thing I should tell you about, in case you do come to Newport and you want to go to Sail Newport and rent one of these things, is what the deal is. So they have a fleet of these J22s. I think there's like 20 of them or something. There's quite a few. They're all in pretty good nick for a boat that just gets rented and put away wet, I imagine. There's no motor on this boat, so you are sailing off the dock, and you will sail back onto the dock. And if you are by yourself like me, that is an interesting prospect. Nonetheless, that's what happens. Now, you rent it for 3 hours. It's, with taxes, I think it was $197 US for a 3-hour rental. You can either rent it from 9 until noon, which is what I'm doing, or from 1 until 4. It's a beautiful spot down there. It's well set up. And if you've never been on a J22, like this is my first time on a J22, they will do what's called a test sail with you. So one of their employees comes down to the dock, helps you get off the dock, which is nice, and then goes for a little sail around the harbor with you to make sure you know what you're doing before they just send you off into the ocean. So you have to do, you know, a few tacks, put the boat on iron, do a crash jibe, do a safety jibe, and once they're satisfied that you're not a danger to yourself or to others, you drop the instructor off back at the dock, they push you off, and away you go. You do a gentle sail out of there. Well, at least it was gentle today because there's not much wind. Well, there's probably, I don't know, 8 knots, 8 to 9, which is actually perfectly pleasant. I mean, I could be blasting 15 knots, but I kind of prefer this. I actually picked today to go sailing because of how nice it is right now. it's gentle for a first timer. Be gentle. So let's tack out into the harbor, shall we? All right, so now we are pointed directly out to the ocean. This is the famous start line of the Newport Bermuda race, and I don't want to be late to the line, so I better get up there. Is this worth $200? I mean, I think so. So Newport National, which is an amazing golf course here. If you are a golfer and you come to Newport, I can't recommend Newport National highly enough. It's one of my favorite golf courses I've ever played. It costs $200. So, you know, it's like for like in terms of time and value, I would say. So I'm pleased with that. Well, friends, the wind is starting to pick up, starting to fill in. So we're managing, I just looked at my navionics, and we're managing 3.5 knots under main alone, which for a pleasant solo sail, I'd say is adequate. I am totally satisfied with that. Totally satisfied with the experience so far. Thank you, Sail Newport, for this. This is exactly what I needed. Exactly. absolutely lovely. So to give you some context, today is a Tuesday, so it is not busy out on the water, but there are plenty of boats. I don't think I would have the confidence to do this alone on a busy weekend. Just on the streets of Newport this weekend, it was insane. I can't imagine what it was like out here. There was just so many people. So no thank you to that. I want lots of room for error, and I'm trying to give myself that right now. It was cooler before, but I think this long sleeve gotta come off at some point. You know what I mean, Burn? All right, we're on a beam right now. Here. I'm gonna go straight up the harbor. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna head for that green buoy channel marker. I was told that there are rocks, and even though this is a small boat, rocks do damage, and I'm not interested in paying for any damage to this boat, so I am going to stay well inside the channel. Be a good boy. I will say that when the wind blows, this is a lot of fun. These little boats can be a blast, you know. Whoa! Flippy spot. What's going on here? Fall off. There we go. That's better. The rudder is one, or the tiller is one thing, but the tiller with the extension is a whole other mind, you know what? Mind bender is the PC version of what I'm trying to say. You gotta remember what's happening, or you gotta think about it anyway. Okay, so we're getting close to the end. We got about 50 minutes left, but I gotta make my way back up into the harbor, and I'm gonna do that under main alone, just so I don't have to fuss with this head sail. So let's get this head sail put away, shall we? bit of shade. That's all right. That's a little bit of all right. Decide if I'm going to try and dock this thing without help. That is going to be an adventure. Somebody comes to catch you, or do you just like go for it?
Go for it.
Yeah?
If you want, I can go first, then help.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, not if you keep going if you're not done. Okay. I'm gonna have to try again. I've died.
That's right.
What what angle did you come in at? Did you come from this side?
I came in this way with a head of steam and then it's kind of turned in here.
All right, let me turn around and try that then.
You could also go here too. Either way. Here or over here. Here you've got more room. On this side.
On that side, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you pull it in now, you should be able to keep your speed up. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. You've got a lot of places to aim depending upon how fast you're going. So.
Yeah. Come on, give me some. Give me some. There we go. We're making it happen. We're making it happen. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much.
It's really a team sport, the sailing stuff.
I know, right? I'm missing my family to do it with me. It's the hard part.
You gotta do it. I got my young son, it's his second time out.
Oh,
I'm happy
yeah?
he's up for it, but my wife's been always a little, you know.
Uh-huh.